tender, hot and spicy, with a steamy look. It was passed on down by my mother, sweet. She told me, honey, this will be a real good treat, to turn a man's heart into a buttercream. Well, you cook a dish that makes him want jump and scream. So come into my kitchen,
Come into my kitchen.
come on down to my kitchen.
Come on down to my kitchen.
I said, come into my kitchen.
Come into my kitchen.
Come on down to my kitchen.
Come on down.
So, let's do some smoking. And this is preparing for the filling of our dumplings. And when you can use a wok to smoke, which is great. And the smoking combination it's pretty uniquely Asian. So what we'll do is we're going to line the bottom of our wok with some foil, and into that we're going to add some citrus rind. In this case, I've got some oranges here that I had this today, and we'll just put those in. And don't worry about whether you have the white or anything like that. It's going to be the orange flavor will come through. And to that, we're going to add some tea. Now this tea is a smoky tea. It's called Lapsang Souchong tea, but you can use whatever tea you would like, but this has a smoky flavor already. And I'm just going to put in a tablespoon of this tea right in there. And I do like to put the rind in first, because that means that those oils and things like that from the rind will kind of come up through the rest of the ingredients. All right. And we're going to add a tablespoon of rice. And this is jasmine rice. And jasmine, as you know or may be aware, it has a kind of a flowery scent to it. And some brown sugar. And sugar caramelizes, and so what it will do is as it smokes, it will actually cover the ingredients with a very light glaze. There we go. And brown sugar has a little bit more moisture than the refined white sugar, so that'll also add a little bit of moisture. So spices are usually used as well, and I'm going to use 5 spice powder, which will give us multiple flavors. And the main flavor in the 5 spice powder will be the anise and star anise, or a licoricey type of flavor, but there's also cinnamon in 5 spice powder, and then sometimes there's ginger as well. So that's kind of a nice combination. So what we'll do is we're going to start this smoking out on our grill. I suggest you do this outdoors, simply because you're going to be generating a significant amount of smoke. I happen to like this wok for doing this because it actually has a rim that seals. What some people will do is they'll actually bring this foil all the way up, and then they'll put the cover on, and then they'll try to seal that cover. But this one here does it really well. So just so you'll know what we're doing in a few minutes, and I'll explain it again. We'll put this on our fire on the grill outdoors, And we'll have this steamer rack that goes inside it. And then, once that's started smoking, we'll just put our, in this case, we'll be smoking some mussels. But you can smoke other seafood as well, you know, shrimp, clams, whatever else you want to do. So let's do that, and then we'll come back and finish that process. So we've got the wok covered up. Here's the smoke. It's coming out. That's what we want. And if you kind of look inside it, you'll see that the rice and the tea and everything is kind of, the boiling part is the sugar that's caramelizing. So we'll just put that right on there. And we'll take our mussels. And we'll just put that right on there, just like that. And we'll just cover that right up. So this is on high heat. There's that rim I was talking about, which kind of holds the smoke in. And we'll let that smoke for about 15 or 20 minutes. That's on the high heat. All that stuff won't catch fire because there's no oxygen in there. And when we're ready, what we'll do is we'll crack this and we'll pour a little bit of water in there, which will finish steaming the mussels. So we'll come back in a few minutes and do that. All right, so it's been about 15 minutes or so, and you can see the smoke is pouring from here, even though we've got a good seal. So I'm going to lift this off, and then I'm going to pour some water. This is about a half a cup of water, and we're going to open this away from us to let that smoke go out. So they're all open, so they've been cooked, but we're going to just steam them a little bit more. Here we go. And so just another like 5 minutes of steaming, and then we'll turn the heat off and we'll bring them inside. So that steam kind of really injects that flavor right into those mussels, or whatever else you're steaming in there.
Well, I got a recipe that I would like to cook. It's kinda hot and spicy with a steamy look. It was passed on down by my mother, sweet. She told me, honey, this will be a real good treat. To turn a man's heart into a buttercream. Well, you cook a dish that makes him want to jump and scream. So come into my kitchen.
Come into my kitchen.
Come on down to my kitchen.
Come on down to my kitchen.
I said, come into my kitchen.
Come into my kitchen.
Come on down to my kitchen.
Come on down to my kitchen.
Won't you come into my kitchen and I will feed you fine.
Alright, so I've made some dumplings. I'm going to make the last couple more dumplings here. And we're going to steam some up, and we're also going to boil some. And so let me just show you a couple of last little folds here. This this is a goldfish fold that I saw on the internet, right where you are. So I put the filling about 1/3 of the way over, pinch right over it, and then pinch the tip and fold it up, and that kind of makes the head. These two little pieces are the eyes. And then we're going to fold this down here and actually roll it a little bit with the pin. We'll take this, mark up the tail, and then we're going to those some jellyfish. There's our goldfish. So you can see that one. And this one will just be a little bit simpler, kind of like the normal pot sticker folds where we pleat part way this way. Then I'm going to go to the other side and do 3 more on this side. And that pleats on opposite sides kind of gets us a bit of an S. So anyway, we've got some dumplings here for steaming, some dumplings for boiling. We've got some boiling water over here and a steamer set up. So our water is boiling, so I'm going to go ahead and just add these to the boiling water. Give them a quick stir just to make sure they're not stuck to the bottom. And then this little steamer tray here, we add a little bit of oil to it just to try and make sure these don't stick. But otherwise, nothing too fancy here. All right, cover those up and let them steam. So those will boil for a couple minutes until they hopefully float. These will steam for about 6 to 8 minutes. And then when those are all done, we'll have a little feast. All right, well here we are, and just to let you know, we accidentally ate it all with the camera turned off. So anyway, the dumplings turned out really well.
They did. Here's the pot stickers.
We still have a couple of the pot stickers, and we've got
Got some dip.
the last 2 of these steamed dumplings. And that's all that's left. Obviously they went pretty well, or we wouldn't have eaten them up. And we'll see you next time.
Won't you come into my kitchen?
Come into my kitchen.
Come on down to my kitchen.
Come on down to my kitchen.
Won't you come into my kitchen and I